Karen. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is Scrap by Scrap. Today we are making over a frame that I bought at Amazon. They were really cheap. I'll show you when I get them, but right now I'm just cutting out some parts, so I'm gonna put you down. Okay, so we are working with a Prima redesign mold today. And I have to say that I truly miss IOD's little border thing, because this, this is a lot. There's not a lot of room in there for much clay, so everything's thinner, so you're trying to not kill anything. And you also do need to use cornstarch that I've never, well, one time, but never other than that one time for one mold on IOD had to use it. But it is a huge necessity here. So let's make some more. I'm using the Creative paper clay, which is this, on sale at Hobby Lobby right now. And let's get making. All right, so this is basically birds and flowers, and it's got some branches, but for the most part, it's birds and flowers. And if you end up breaking it while you're pulling it out, not a problem, because we are going to break a lot of them in half and take them off their little vines, and so that we have more to play with. I'll do one more of these, and then we're going to let them harden up just a bit, and we will get to putting them on the frame. Okay, so now I've got our frames, and I just want to show you how they come. I think you get 3 in a pack, and they're really just wooden frames. I will put a link down to where they are. I believe I got them at Walmart. All right, so just to save you from having to watch me paint and watching paint dry, I just gave them 1 coat of crinoline paint. The one thing I do want to kind of let you know is that when I painted the sides, but we're going to put some darker colors on, so we'll probably paint over it anyway. But when you paint this area, which is where the back goes in, want to make sure you get as much paint, don't leave any in there, because it won't fit back in. Or you'll have to just push real hard. So I just also want to say that I'm not really feeling well, so I just want you to know that if I lose my thought process, it's because I'm not feeling well. So I'm just wanting to get this done so it can go out to you guys on Friday. All right, enough of the whining. All right, so what I did was over here, I just took a bunch of the pieces that I cut out and kind of fiddled them with them, just so that I knew that they were going to fit, or I could see what kind of order I want them in. I do have a couple of birds on there that are from, I'll have to look up, it's a, see, my thought process. Oh, I don't know who I'm kidding. That goes away on a normal day too. Okay, so they are IOD, from an IOD frame, and I will let you know. But that frame that I was using, and I can't think of the name of it, but I will link that down also. I believe I got that on Amazon. All right, so I'm just going to kind of start placing the pieces around. So there's a lot of groups of flowers in that mold, and this is one of those things you can use any mold. So don't feel like you have to go out and buy this mold, because you absolutely do not. So I'm just going to start gluing some stuff down, and we'll see how that goes. maybe I'll put this one. This is a resin bird that I just have in my box. When I make all these pieces and let them dry, if I don't use them, they go in whatever kind of box you have. But mine go in here. And yeah, they just sit in there, and maybe I could put this here. But never throw away anything you've molded or thought about or have extras from. Okay, so now our frame has had time to harden a little bit. And these are my colors. I'm not sure what I'm going to use, but I am going to, the last one I did pink and purple. I could do blue. Let's do blue. This is Prom Queen, which I love. It's a really, really pretty light blue. So we are just going to start painting our flowers. I think I'm going to mix some water lily with it. The hardest part is trying not to, to getting underneath the flowers and trying to paint the sides of the flowers. So you just got to take your time and look at it from all different angles. Can you see how you want to get underneath here? Because you want to make sure that your sides all have color, because you don't want somebody to come walking in and say, oh, who couldn't be bothered to finish? So just take your time and make sure you just move your piece around a lot. Okay, let's do some green. I'm going to use Celery by Waverly. This is Moss by Waverly. It's darker, and I meant to put that first. It doesn't really matter because you can just go over it again, but I like to do the dark first and go over it with the light, but then I did the dark blue and I'm going to go over with the light. So it just depends on what you like to look at. And I'm going to use Prairie Gray for the pieces of wood. It's kind of just a pretty brown. And then if you feel like there is no wood, the branch, I would call it, you can kind of make it look like there is by painting underneath. And like right in there. Now I'm going to take the blue, the darker color, whatever color you decide to use, and we're just going to lightly go over the lighter blue flowers with it so that it just brings out all of the detail. This is called Sandy Blonde. And before I do anything, this is one I haven't used, so I want to get some Vaseline, which makes it easier to open, and you don't get all that hard crust of leftover paint that then will drop on your project. But the opening it easier is the biggest thing. Okay, so I do have a little more work to do, but this is basically our piece. I'm going to stick it over here, and I'm going to close everything up, and we are going, I have one that I did earlier, another day. Knowing I wasn't feeling good, I thought, oh, let me get one done. So, all right, so this is the one that I had made earlier, and I'm going to do a coat of clear wax first. You want to just cover the whole thing. So once you've covered it all with the clear wax, I'm going to move, actually I'm going to take the back off. To the dark wax, and I think I'm going to do this wax. So I've never used this before. I got it on Amazon, and it's a brown wax. It's this is what it is. So don't want to get too much. And then we're just going to go over everything. Okay. And now we are going to take the white, which is hiding. Oh, first I'm going to wipe it back. So what we're trying to do is to get that darker brown to sit in all the little creases, so that when we put the white on, it's going to go over everything on the top. And because we use the clear wax, we can wipe this all the way back if we want, which we don't. That's why we did it. Okay, now we're going to take our white wax, which I used on red and it turned red, but we're good. And now we're going to wipe that back. So, what do you think? I might go a little bit more with the white wax, just one more time. Okay, so let's put our back on. The other thing is, when you paint this, the moisture in the paint kind of sucks up and the wood gets a little swollen, so it's a little rough. So just put another, use sandpaper, like a light sandpaper, and then and then if you feel that it needs another coat of paint, you can just do it. So here is our project. This is the one that's wet that we just did today. And if I, as soon as it dries, I'll try and get all the waxing done. And so you will see it at the end of the video. So sorry I haven't felt good and just was not entertaining at all. So if you wouldn't mind subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, any of those things would help, because I need help. So thank you so much for coming by, and I hope you have a great day.